Hi guys, this is Kimmy Yangs and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Saturday morning at the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix and the time right now is 8 in the morning and I'm just about to head out to take my transfer from Graz to Spielberg, Red Bull Ring, and really excited about what lies ahead for today. We have FP3 followed by qualifying later in the evening. Of course, the Formula 1 qualifying will decide what the grade is going to be for the race. Really looking forward to showing you guys something more from the racetrack, something that I've not been able to cover from yesterday, and whatever is remaining, I will try and cover on Sunday after that. Good morning from the circuit, and it's a beautiful, pleasant, with a little bit of nip in the air morning here at the Saturday of the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix. Well, first up, kudos to the Austrian authorities, the government, the police services for ensuring a very seamless and very smooth travel into the circuit. It is easily one of the best circuits to come to by road with minimal traffic. The time right now is about 9:15 in the morning. The Paddock Club will be opening in the next 15 minutes, and honestly, I'm so pleased with how well everything's been organized here. Kudos to the circuit organizers for ensuring that travel to the circuit by car stays brisk, and that's how it should be at most circuits. Anyways, really excited about what lies ahead today. We have FP3 followed by qualifying later in the day. Obviously, FP3 is about qualifying simulations, low fuel runs, and if there is somebody who still wants to run a remnant of his program from the practice sessions, they will do so. And then of course we have the Formula 1 qualifying session, which basically decides the grid for the Sunday. And now I'll actually be taking the Paddock Club shuttle, which is right there. So hope you guys enjoy the ride from there.
The ID card check, sorry. Danke.
So that was the ID card checkpoint for cam security, and then driving further down to the Paddock Club entrance.
Okay.
Well, the Paddock Club entrance has still not opened yet, so it's now time to walk down to the paddock parking to see if we can get hold of some drivers for selfies and autographs. So that is one entrance to the paddock, and you have a second entrance further up. We actually have the PR team of Ferrari driving in now. Sylvia Hofer, a very old PR representative. She was with McLaren for a very long time, and now she's moved over to Ferrari. I think it was in 2019. Yeah, 2019, 2020. When Sebastian Vettel was around with Charles Leclerc. We all remember the not so famous years, final years for Seb with Ferrari. Anyways, walking further down, right to the paddock parking. So the boards that you see there on the far side, that is the board for where the cars actually drive into the paddock parking. So yeah, the drivers come in from there, and then yeah, many of the people loiter around there for photographs and autographs. You have the parking on the left there. So many of the representatives drive up there. On the right hand side there, that is the paddock parking. Here we are at the Paddock Club, and it's now time to go in through the turnstile and enjoy the weekend. Welcome to Saturday morning here at the Paddock Club, and I'm looking right at the poleman for the F3 sprint race, which is about to begin in the next couple of minutes. This of course is a reverse grid pole, something similar to what we see in Formula 2, and this is the Ferrari mini suite on the Saturday morning. Waiting for the light to adjust a little bit. And on the far side you can see guests from Aston Martin, followed by McLaren, then Ferrari here of course, and then Mercedes on the right. So really looking forward to an action-packed Saturday. More content to follow. We have a staller on the grid there. That means a pit lane start for it. Oh, he's got it going. Gotten the systems up and he's off.
We are here at the Red Bull ring, so it's obvious what's the energy drink to speak about. It's Monster. You've got your own one now, Lando.
Yes, it's way better than Red Bull. So no, it's cool for me. For Monster to come on board with McLaren a couple of years ago, and now for me to have my own drink is very special. Obviously, it's not something I think of when you're a kid. You don't think of these things, but now I'm in this position, and I have the opportunity to, with Monster, create my own drink and create something special. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's nice to see it, to go into a shop now and see my drinks.
Are they selling it in Austria as well? I'll check on the way to the...
Have a check, but I'm sure it will be. I mean, it just came out a few days ago, so slowly it gets better out.
Would energy be drink something to have for you as a driver on a Grand Prix weekend, at least if it's sugar-free, or is it a complete no-no?
No, I have it. Of course, I don't have it before bed, but I have it sometimes in the morning or the afternoon. Yeah, just to wake myself up a little bit. So of course, it's not something I drink always, but it's something I enjoy at home. It's something I enjoy in the mornings or the afternoon, some days, to just open my eyes a little bit.
And of course, you've won here in 2022. Fabulous battle back then with Max Verstappen. Just take us back to your victory here in Austria a couple of years ago.
I don't remember much of it. I mean, it's probably been too much of a long time. Obviously, we are working to bring back the Ferrari team on top, but at the moment we are going through tough times. So yeah, I mean, 2022 was good, but it's too long now. We need to come back at the top.
So we had two very busy interactions here in the club lounge 2 of the club suite. First, of course, was Lando Norris, and then it was shortly followed after by Charles Leclerc. A good interaction. I was trying to get Charles to sign one of my prints, but unfortunately there were too many people around for either of these two drivers. I was able to shoot Lando quite well, a very good angle, but Charles not so much. Anyways, I hope I will get the chance again later in the day. But yeah, lunch is being served right now in the club suite, and the pit lane is also getting ready for the start of FP3, the final practice session of the weekend. Going to be very, very important for the teams now to have their quali simulations done. I don't think so anyone would be doing any high fuel runs for this 1 hour session. It's all about preparing for quali later in the day. So yeah, time to have a quick lunch and then get prepped for free practice 3. The run into the last 2 corners. You can see the runoff area right at the end. Track limits is where the issue is for the last 2 turns, but yeah, a fair amount of speed coming into the corners, 2 right-handers, and then onto the start-finish straight. This is also the road that goes. There you go. You can see the speed that the stake F1 car was taking there. So you have a small strip of gravel there, which basically is to deter the drivers from taking too much of the curb for the run into the next turn. And of course, this is the pit lane entry. Wow. They come so quickly out of nowhere, right from the back, and yeah, pretty interesting. And these guys here in the stands have a brilliant view of the second last and the last turn.
You also have your business there?
Yeah. I just wanted to point out an interesting bit of information about the mechanics working with these tires. So these tires have now come back from the FP3 session, and the mechanics are just removing the wheel nuts, and these sets will be sent back to Pirelli for analysis as well. Of course, they will also be scrubbing these tires to ensure that any extra rubber that's come onto these tires would be taken off. So we are back in the club suite, and it's now time for the F2 sprint race to kick off, and the cars are still making their way onto the grid, and yeah, shortly thereafter we will have the sprint race beginning for Formula 2, and in the meantime we still have lunch being served here in the Paddock Club. Welcome to the start of the formation lap for Formula 2, and this is the sprint race, of course. So you have reverse grid pole. That's how they do it always here in Formula 2. 10 minutes away from the start of qualifying. Unfortunately, the F2 sprint race took a very long time to finish due to a red flag and two big incidents on track. Hoping that the drivers who were part of that incident are safe. I'm sure they must have been taken to the medical center for further checks. But yeah, it's now time for the F1 qualifying to begin. And due to the delayed Formula 2 finish, we were not able to go down to the pit lane for the first pit lane walk of Saturday, and also the track tour was cancelled. But anyways, now it's time for the main event of Saturday, the start of the Formula 1 qualifying session. We'll be going down during Q2 to the garage, so looking forward to it. And the pit lane is going to be a hive of activity very, very soon. The skies are clear and we are less than a minute away for the start of qualifying. The pit lane is also clear, probably a photographer here or two, here or there, and that's about it. But yeah, it's almost time for start of qualifying here at the Red Bull Ring. Alright, here we go. First few cars coming out. The Aston Martins are already out. Looks like the Alpines are going to be the next cars. The pit lane light goes green, and yeah, there you go. The Alpines are coming out now. There you go. In tandem. Fairly quiet right now in the top 4 garages. So that is the end of qualifying, and a big congratulations to Lando Norris for producing what was an unreal and stellar lap to put himself right on the front row, pole position for the race on Sunday, that is tomorrow. We will never know Max Verstappen's real pace, because Max was on a flying lap, and right before him it was Pierre Gasly who ran wide when he was just about to start his final run in Q3. So Pierre had a big spin on the final turn, putting his wheels onto the gravel, and that basically got out the yellow flags, affecting Max's lap, as well as Oscar Piastri, who was about to start his flying lap. So we will never know what their real pace would have been, and unfortunately Max starts the race in P7, an unheard of position, yeah, for him for Sunday. And yeah, for Oscar, it's damage limitation in P3. Charles Leclerc got it right on his first run, qualified P2, and Lewis Hamilton is P4. So we actually have a Ferrari on the front row as well as the second row, which I think is a big thing for the race tomorrow. If Ferrari gets its strategy right, we could be right up there fighting for the victory. But anyways, this is now time for the second pit lane walk of the day, the only pit lane walk of the day in fact, because the first one got cancelled due to the two massive incidents in Formula 2, and the delayed session denied us the time for a pit lane walk. But yeah, this is the final pit lane walk of the day. You can see the trucks being loaded by the guests, and They are all leaving for the track tour, while the pit lane will remain open till about 5:40, and then yeah, that's about it. The paddock club closes in the next 10-15 minutes, so it'll be time for me to go down. So welcome to the only pit lane walk of the day, and that was the pit exit. The drivers go up and turn right, a fair bit of gradient there, and yeah, this is how beautiful the pit lane walk looks, or rather the pit lane looks. We have guests and more guests, all wanting to be a part of this pit lane walk. As long as you hold a Paddock Club pass, you are eligible for the pit lane walk. Well, if you have a Paddock pass, which is the VIP pass, then you are eligible as well. Now, there was something very interesting that I wanted to show you guys. I got to know about this last year in Spa, and for those of you who have not actually seen that video, I'm going to be sharing this again with you guys. But yeah, while I do this, I am going to be showing you this full pit lane walkthrough. So yeah, you can see the pit lane, very tiny bits. What you see here, I don't know if it's visible, you see those two lines all running across. These are actually timing loops. So if you do watch telemetry data, or if you do watch the F1 timing app that there is available, this is the timing loop, basically mini sectors, which the FI uses to record the lap times of all the drivers. So at frequent intervals, you will see these timing loops, not just in the pit lane, but also on the track. These timing loops also help you in understanding if there is someone abusing the pit lane speed limit between two timing loops. So this is another timing loop that you can see that runs across the entire length of the pit lane. So yeah, this is how the pit lane looks. We've got Aston Martin on the left now, and we continue walking right up till the end of the pit lane there. We've got Mercedes right there, Antonelli and George Russell, and then further on, of course, these are the pit walls where the senior personnel sit, like the team principals, the chief strategist, race engineers, and yeah, they will have a very long afternoon tomorrow, a very tense afternoon tomorrow, when the drivers go out on the circuit racing. Finally, on this side, we've got the Ferrari boys, the Ferrari garage, and there are cars that are going through the pit lane now. That is the Red Bull of Liam Lawson, or rather the Visa Cash App RB of Liam Lawson.
Let's wait here for the car.
And we keep going through. What do you see at the end of the pit lane? I'll be showing you shortly. There are certain pit walls that have already been covered up. That is McLaren, of course. Not the best day at the office for them, primarily because it's a 1-3, and yeah, they have a lot to work with, and that's the podium. That's where everything will be happening tomorrow in the afternoon, all the celebrations. There you can see the weighbridge as well as the FIA Park Ferme, from where the cars are being wheeled back to the garages. Welcome to the end of the paddock, and this is the media pen as people so famously call it, where the drivers come and give their interviews post-session, be it the race or the practice sessions or the qualifying. And yeah, you have got very quickly the engineering centers on the left hand side. You've gotten the motorhomes on the right hand side. Starting first up, well, we've got the logistics partner for Formula 1, DHL, the official logistics partner. This is McLaren first up. The engineering center looks quite interesting. That is how their motorhome looks. And moving further on, then here you've gotten the engineering centers for Ferrari, the data analysis of the oil samples by Shell. Welcome to the most prestigious energy station, the Red Bull Energy Station, or rather the Red Bull Energy Motorhome. The Red Bull Energy Station is usually what they call it in Monaco. So this is the Red Bull Energy Motorhome. And then further on the left, we have Red Bull's Technical Center. And yeah, you can see how regal and beautiful this looks. You have number 1 and 22, that's Yuki and Max's number on the trucks. Then we have the Mercedes Engineering Center. You can see how stunningly beautiful this Mercedes Engineering Center is. And that is the Aramco Aston Martin Formula 1 Team Engineering Center. Very beautiful. And then here you've gotten the FI Center. Oh, sorry, it's not the FI Center. I know it was looking a little blue. It is actually the Mercedes Motorhome Hospitality. So after the Mercedes Motorhome Hospitality, we walk further on, and this is the F1 Hospitality area, which basically is only for the guests of Formula 1. Then you've gotten the Alpine engineering trucks. These look amazing as well. Very beautiful technical debrief center, although Alpine is not having the best of seasons, and the situation seems to be still worse for them. This is the FI center finally, what I was talking to you guys about. And then here you've gotten Haas. So that's Haas right here. The Alpine motorhome here. Let me just see if I can give you a, yeah, that's the Alpine motorhome. This is actually a new center, totally upgraded from the previous one, and yeah, looks really beautiful. This is the Visa Cash App RB, and we've gotten a forklift going our way. Walking further on, well, this is the Aston Martin Hospitality there on the right hand side. We've gotten the Williams Engineering Center. So now these are like offsets. They're a little bit offset from what the motorhomes are, not really bang opposite to them. So that's the Williams Center for you. Then we've got Stake F1 Team, Alfa Romeo. They've had this setup for a very long time now, ever since 2019, when I used to be a guest of theirs, when the team was called Alfa Romeo, and Kimi was a part of it. Moving further on, that is the engineering center for Stake, and then we've gotten the Pirelli motorhome right there, followed by the Haas F1 Team motorhome. You can actually see Toyota Gazoo Racing written there because of their joint venture with the WEC team. Really interesting. And then finally out here, so this is the Williams motorhome. So Williams is right at the other end of the paddock, and yeah, this brings me to the end of the paddock on the other side. And that's from where we came through. a very, very, very long walk, and now it's time to go home. It's almost 9:15 in the evening now, and the light is going down. It's time to go back to Graz. It was quite an interesting day. Got a few photos, got a few autographs, and now it's time to get back. Rest, replenish, recharge, and come back again for round 3 on Sunday at the 2025 Austrian Grand Prix. A big shout out to my friend Greg for all his assistance, and yeah, looking forward to all that lies ahead. The final sign-off video, as always, will be from my room in Graz. But guys, here I'm back in my apartment room in Graz, and it's almost going to be midnight in the next few minutes. And yeah, what a long day it's been thus far. We were actually on the way back, and unfortunately a car caught fire on the highway, and a load of emergency vehicles, including the fire engines, fire trucks, had to make their way through a very busy highway and douse those flames. And yeah, the car was a total loss, and I hope that the occupants of that car are now rescued and are being treated in hospital. Yeah, got a load of autographs and selfies as well with drivers, and you will be seeing them all in the video later. And yeah, still kind of disappointed. I was loitering around the Ferrari garage to try and get a moment with Lewis. If you guys have seen the full video, you would have seen the walkthrough that I was doing through the paddock. I actually stopped that coverage, waited there for about 10-15 minutes, and by the time I was out, Lewis was gone. So yeah, I actually missed Lewis by a couple of minutes, but anyways, it is what it is. God willing, I'm hoping that I get to see him tomorrow. Tomorrow is, of course, going to be another very hectic day. I have to now get up at around 6 in the morning. We have to leave around 6:45 to get to the circuit, because the Paddock Club opens at 8:15 in the morning. So yeah, don't have much time. Need to change, have a shower, have everything prepped and ready for tomorrow morning, and then yeah, we will be on our way again tomorrow. Anyways, I am sorry if I was not able to cover something that you guys wanted to see today. Apologies for mistakes if I have made any along the way. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Do let me know in the comment section what you think of the experience thus far. And yeah, thank you so much all for your support and for all your love. Looking forward to what is in store for the main day, Sunday. We had Charles Leclerc come in today. We have Lewis Hamilton coming in tomorrow. So really excited about that. Let's see how things pan out. Anyways, this is Ankush Ahuja signing off. Or rather, Kimi Yang signing off. Take care, guys. Stay safe. And I will see you all again very soon.